Welcome to our webinar session. I'm Hyeyon Kwon, CEO of TentuPlay. Since TentuPlay's launch in 2018, we've had the pleasure of working on various game projects and gained valuable insights. Today, I'm excited to share our collective expertise on game development and management with you. When we had some conversations with game companies, we found that many game companies face a common challenge. One of them is when a problem arises in a game, such as a balancing issue or something that you aren't aware of, it can cause users to leave. Unfortunately, resolving these issues take time. If not addressed promptly, the game may lose all of its users. Another common problem is game developers may assume that players will view the game in the same way as they do. For example, they may believe that the game is easy for players, forgetting the rules and design are already familiar. Or it may be challenging to find the appropriate level of difficulty that suits the players. And this is because game devs do not develop player-centered game. Whoa, wait. Isn't a player-centered game a natural thing? And we made our game player-centered too. Let's be honest. Not all game developers or publishers are gamers. And sometimes we forget what a player-centered game is. If you want to ensure that your game performs well, it's important to consider whether it's player-centered or not. To determine this, you can ask yourself and your team the following questions. The team initially created a PvP game, but unfortunately, the game mechanics and system lacked variety and depth. To make it more enjoyable, they continuously added new skills to the characters. What do you think about their decision? What might be the consequences if they don't address the systemic issues and add skills? The team presented a game prototype to some users, but unfortunately, they found the gameplay to be user-unfriendly. Should they prioritize improving the user interface so that users can play more? Do players prefer games that are enjoyable or ones that have a user-friendly interface? It's tough to choose, right? Then what do you think about this? Upon its release, the game expected to have a product life cycle of 1.5 years. However, users consumed the content faster than anticipated within only 6 months. As a result, the team decided to release endgame content based on the player's pace. This decision will result in a shorter product life cycle, almost like killing the goose that lays the golden eggs. But they feel compelled to make this choice due to the concerns about losing players. If you are in this situation, what would you do? Did you find it hard to answer? Finding the teams who can answer all questions has been challenging. We have learned that companies with clear answers are better equipped to develop and operate games. What they all have in common is that they are developing a player-centered game. Player-centered game is a game that focuses on creating a game that works for the player. It caters to the needs and preferences of the player. When developing a game, it's easy to get caught up in efficiency or effectiveness. However, it's crucial to remember that the ultimate goal is to provide an immersive experience for the player. They should feel like they're embarking on a heroic journey, overcoming challenges and obstacles. But remember that the hero's journey is not limited to specific game genres. The players can be mayor in SimCity or truck driver in a truck simulation game. The game must be designed to provide the heroes with adventures, obstacles, mentors, and opportunities for transformation. By introducing these elements at the appropriate time and place, players can enjoy the game. Does your game provide a hero's journey to the players? Do you create player-centered game? Going back to the questions I've asked, these are the same questions we faced during the development of our game. And now we have data-driven answers to them. If everyone on your team has the same answers, that's great, then you are on the right track. But if you find that there are some differences, don't worry. We are here to help you make data-based decisions with the power of AI. Thank you for joining and see you in the next session.